systematically doping young athletes without their knowledge. Prosecutors put together an indictment listing 142 athletes now suffering devastating health problems. Katrina Menschner says she was given experimental doses of steroids that caused her vertebra to collapse at the age of 14.
Also zum einen hatte ich 7 Fehlgeburten.
I've had 7 miscarriages. I also still have unbelievable back pain. It doesn't get better with time, it gets worse.
Birgit Meinecke, 2-time world champion, has now been diagnosed with a liver tumor.
Ich habe manchmal auch Angst, nicht alt zu werden.
I want to grow old. I want to become a grandmother. And I worry I won't have that opportunity.
The indictment includes Olympic champions in swimming and track and field, lives forever changed by steroids. Shot putter Heidi Krieger was 21 when she won gold at the 1986 European Championships. But years of testosterone shots changed her body so radically, she no longer felt she was a woman and had a sex change operation. Now, Andreas Krieger was ready to testify against those he holds responsible.
The steroids didn't just affect my body, they also affected my soul. I was simply not myself anymore. The drugs took me in a masculine direction without my even realizing it.
Krieger says he struggled for years before making the decision to have his breasts and his ovaries removed.
When
all one can think about is ending one's life, it's frightening. That's how far it's gone.
And the damage may not have stopped with the athletes. Some believe their babies are victims too.
My daughter is only 6 years old and has already had 11 operations.
Jutta Klaas believes her daughter is virtually blind as a result of the steroids Klaas was given as a promising young swimmer.
They didn't treat us like humans. We were practically machines. They used us.
We tracked down one of the team doctors who administered the little blue pills, Dorit Rosla.
Why didn't you question the orders to give the steroids to the children?
It was never clear to me that there were dangerous side effects. They were covered up, and I never knew about them.
But you are a doctor, and you are in charge of making sure these athletes are in good health. Didn't you have enough knowledge that there could at least be the possibility of dangerous repercussions?
The question is always going to be there. Why didn't I wake up? The pressure was enormously big, and if something wasn't working, everyone was rounded up. What can we change? Who is not doing that job? Is it the trainer? Is it the doctor?
The first test of State Plan 1425 was the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. It was the world's biggest stage, and the East Germans were dominant from day one.
These East Germans in these techniques. Oh, and lobbed it way beyond the Olympic record. What an opening these East German girls are having.
Reimowitz for East Germany, new world record. It takes 4 seconds off it. That's an astonishing run.
Their plan was to beat the United States. That small country was up to beat the United States. They wanted to be number 1 in the world.
And the plan was working.
Here she is, Cornelia Ender.
The world was captivated by the East German Wonder Girls, led by 18-year-old Cornelia Ender, who at 5'10" and 170 pounds was seemingly unstoppable.
That 6 feet kick of Ender's is devastating. She's so strong.
It is Ender first, Cornelia Ender.
She was like a second and a half better in 100 free. That's night and day. Not night and later that night. It's night and day. It's incredible.
A new world and Olympic record for the phenomenal young woman from East Germany, Cornelia Ender.
The U.S. team was as strong as ever, but now the Americans were losing to a team who had come out of nowhere.
We always came in as the gold medal winners. I mean, since 56, always. And then all of a sudden we go into 76 and we're all the women's swimmers' gold medals.
One of the things that was hardest for me as a competitor was that we were swimming against people who were cheating. In my mind, it's not the best way to prepare for competition.
Karen Thornton had won gold in the 200-meter butterfly at the 72 Olympics, But this time, the East German women swept the race, taking first, second, and third.
It's an East German sweep in the women's 200-meter butterfly.
If we had known in 76 what we know now, which is that the East German swimmers were taking steroids, they would have been disqualified, and you would have been the gold medal winner.
Yeah, that's true. Instead, I have a best time and a fourth.
Karen Moss Thornton fought her heart out, and she could not quite catch
the loser prize.
Rosemary Gabriel Crowther of East Germany.
In fact, every one of these American women would have won gold medals at the 1976 Olympics if the East Germans had been disqualified for using steroids.
In 25 years, has the disappointment faded at all?
I think it's like going to war and you come home and you've lost the war. You know, you've still got that feeling of losing.
The highlight of getting a gold medal is standing on the podium, seeing the United States flag get raised, hearing the national anthem. You can't go back and get that.
Babashaw going for gold. Can she get it? No, I don't think so. Petra Toomer touches it, wins the gold.
Silver medals, second best. There was only one race left, one final chance to win gold for the United States.
One final chance. Who would be the winners? We'll show you those final moments. And here's the big question. How did the East Germans fool Olympic drug testers? The secrets of the perfect race when we come back.
2020 continues with The Perfect Race. Once again, Barbara Walters.
For East Germany, the 1976 Olympic Games were a glorious vindication of a twisted master plan. Its athletes were crushing the competition in Montreal. As Elizabeth Vargas continues, you will see once top-secret film footage of East Germany's bizarre training program. But first, back to the starting gun. The dispirited U.S. women's swim team is about to face the unstoppable East Germans one more time.
This is their last shot now at any kind of a gold in this relay.
That's right. It's the last shot for our American women to win a gold at all.
With only one race to go, it looked as if the U.S. women might go home without a single gold medal.
We had not heard our national anthem play all week long in the United States women's swimming.
All right, we're about ready live. Here's at the Olympic pool.
And it came to the final day, the final event of the 4x100 free relay.
There they go, and Ender with that great start of hers jumps right out in lane 4. Ender of East Germany in the lead.
Wendy Bolio.
We knew what we had to do. We had to go faster than we had ever gone before, and not by tenths of a second.
Wendy Bolio has picked up on the East Germans.
We asked the women from the 76 Olympic swim team to relive the race. It was an excruciating 4 minutes.
Look at this. She's got in the lead. Here's an upset right now.
Upset.
Jill Circle has taken the lead. Here's Shirley Babashaw. She'll swim anchor.
World record 352.
Oh, great.
Fabulous fit.
Babashaw's in the lead. Lane 3. Hempel's coming on.
That wall looks makes me nervous.
United States in the lead.
Oh my gosh, this is too close.
Here's the drive to the finish. Babashaw hanging on, going to the wall. And Babashaw is the winner. The United States has upset East Germany in the 4x100-meter freestyle relay.
I mean, it was absolutely the most incredible feeling ever.
The crowd on its feet. It's been one of the outstanding events.
The U.S. women not only won, they set a new world record.
Here they had been on performance-enhancing drugs, and everybody knew it, and yet we beat them.
The United States has upset the
What it showed us is, yeah, you can take that, but we can still beat you.
One gold medal, while the East German women had won gold in 11 out of 13 events. The U.S. team was convinced all those medals had been won by swimming under the influence, but they couldn't prove it.
And any little bit that we said about it was just,
poor sport.
Poor sport.
Still, co-captain Wendy Bolio was stunned by what happened when she voiced her suspicions in an interview.
I used to get death threats after I came back from the Olympics from all these people that that would send me nasty letters, leave nasty messages on my phone about how dare the American women accuse these poor East German women of taking steroids. They're just better than you. Face it, they're just better and stronger.
By now,